Welcome to another Game of Thrones news update where I take what I consider to be the most important Game of Thrones news from the past 7-ish days and I share it with you all in one video. Winner from last news video's giveaway will be announced at the end of this video as well. I have another giveaway going on, actually on this video and then also on my other social media platforms, and I will talk about that at the end of this video, so if you like free shit as much as I do, stay put to the end. Or skip to the end, I really don't care. As well, this video is brought to you by Friendship and Geek Fuel. One of these things helps me afford things for this channel because I break shit all the time. Which is probably why you notice the audio's a bit different. So there will be an ad in the middle of this video. I'll try to make it entertaining, but no promises. There are spoilers for Season 7 of Game of Thrones in this video, so if you don't want spoilers for the upcoming season, abandon ship. Everyone else, let's begin. First in news that made me freak out, guess who has been spotted with the cast in Belfast? Oh, that rhymed. We know several main characters have been filming at the Wolf Hill Quarry for a Beyond the Wall scene, which is rumored to be where they go white hunting in episode 6. The actors for Jon, the Hound, Jorah, and Tormund have already been spotted in the area, and there will be around 300 white extras for this scene. So there have been leaks that Benjen will return for Season 7 just to sacrifice himself to save Jon, who gets left behind while they go white hunting. Well, look who is in the area having dinner with Tormund and Jorah's actors. Right around the filming time for the Quarry. We had no Benjen for forever, and then we get him 2 seasons in a row? HBO, you're too good to us. Though losing another Stark is gonna hurt, but in reality, it makes sense to kill him off, it closes his story, and it adds a little bit more weight, and oh hell at this point, what's killing another Stark? I really didn't mean that, HBO, please don't kill any of the other Starks. Next, new images of Cersei, Jaime, and the Mountains actors filming in Dobrynik have been circulating around. This location's old town has been used to portray King's Landing in the past, and will be doing so again in Season 7, or at least for a few King's Landing scenes. So it looks like Cersei and Jaime won't be holed up inside, plotting and scheming the entire season. Jeremy Podeswa, who will be directing the first and last episode of Season 7, has also been spotted with them. These images show Cersei's new Mad Queen signature look, and her new Queensguard armor, which looks so badass. I just love that dark armor, and it matches her so well. Though I'm not sure about the helmets, but they might grow on me. I don't know, what do you think about this helmet design? I'm between amazing and a little silly. Okay, I've been dying to talk about this next part. For you Sand Snake haters, prepare to get so excited. So in Casterus, where they are filming some of the King's Landing scenes, some images have come out that basically prove what the leaks were saying, that Euron joins up with Cersei. Which is 2 batshit crazy people putting their heads together for unified fuckery, which I am completely okay with. I mean, fire and blood, bitches. I want to see everything burn. In the photos, we see him riding a horse through what looks like the streets of King's Landing, in what's believed to be the 3rd episode of the season. Obviously, he won't have the umbrella in the actual scenes. What's most exciting about this is it shows Euron has captured Yara and is parading her through the streets of King's Landing. And of course, the small folk will be throwing vegetables at her. But here is the cherry on the top of all this. He also has Illyria and one of the sand snakes. With the other 2 sand snakes not present, please God let this mean the other 2 sand snakes are actually dead. That would instantly just boost this season for me tenfold. And these photos tie into leaks that state Euron captures Yara and kills 2 of the sand snakes, also that Euron joins up with Cersei, adding more photo evidence to the earlier plot leak. So now we can guess that those images leaked earlier that showed the Ironborn shoving Theon around on shore are them being pissed off about Yara. The leaks suggested that Theon sees Yara being captured by Euron, and Theon flees and allows her to be taken, and that doesn't sit too well with the rest of the crew, and then once they get on shore, they just beat the shit out of them. Still talking about King's Landing, new images show snow flurries in the city. The Game of Thrones crew had snow machines hard at work for one of their King's Landing filming locations. As director Podeswa was nearby, this means the scene is either for the first or last episode. Best guess is it's for the last episode with the wall coming down, showing that now even King's Landing can be touched by the others. No one is safe. And if I were doing this, which I'm not, but if I were, when the wall comes down, a nice shot of the snow in King's Landing would be brilliant. Before we go on, here's your Geek Fuel ad, so elegantly put in the middle of this video. If you've been a subscriber for some time now, You know the Geek Fuel spiel. Geek Fuel ships out a great box for geeks and gamers each month that has at least $50 worth of value for around $15 plus shipping and handling. Every box has an exclusive t-shirt, a full game, and a total of 5 to 7 items. If you use my link in the video description below, you'll get a fabulous Game of Thrones bonus item, a sexy Lannister journal. If you buy this month's box, it will also include a RoboCop t-shirt, which it actually has a woman's version that is light blue, but they gave me the man shirt instead, which I'm not going to look too closely into. I'm just going to move on. 8-bit wrapping paper, which I don't know how you would ever use because I would just hoard that and never let it go. The World According to Thor book, which has a lot of fun pop-up stuff in it. I was actually really excited about this book, and I do have younger cousins, but I don't want to give it up. A Gryffindor scarf, which I guess is okay if you aren't part of the elite Slytherin class. Not everyone can be in the perfect house. A Steam key for the game Caveman Craig. Lastly, an R2-D2 themed pin. Check out the video description for my link and make sure you use it for your exclusive Game of Thrones item this month. Back to news. Images of Sam and Gilly leaving Old Town have been posted online. Director Matt Shakman is in some of these images, making this take place in either episode 4 or 5. If you're up to date on your spoilers, you know Jorah comes to Old Town for a cure for his grayscale, and Sam agrees to help him when he discovers that he's the son of the late Lord Commander Jeor. And you can see that they're bundled up, showing that the cold is reaching further and further south. You can also see here Sam has a bag full of supplies in one shot, with at least one scroll, which may mean he has important information to bring to Jon. And yes, Sam and Gilly leaving Old Town has me crossing my fingers for a Jon-Sam reunion in Season 7. On that note of crossing your fingers, HBO CEO has said what we've been hearing for some time now. HBO, as of right now, doesn't have any plans for a prequel or spin-off to Game of Thrones. He said, "It certainly has not escaped Casey and myself that there might be some brand extension that would be exciting. It certainly has not escaped the producers. Right now we're focused on finishing the series with the kind of energy and excitement that everyone has come to expect. We're going to do that while at the same time parallel processing very embryonic stages of other possibilities." So, same old, same old. Sophie Turner has completed her Season 7 scenes, and she had time to do an interview with Vulture, and in it she talked about how Sansa is progressively getting darker and darker, and perhaps the funniest thing of this interview is when she talked about how Sansa would actually benefit from a venting session, or perhaps a little bit of therapy, which I completely agree with. And she talked about Sansa's mindset in Season 7, which I want to share with you. What she said about it was this. At the end of the season, Sansa gets a taste of power. And it's the first time that she's had that ever, really. She feels like it's deserved because she did so much for Jon in the North. So when she saves the day and doesn't get any recognition for it, it was like she had that first taste of power and then was immediately stripped of it. She was stripped of the respect that she really feels she deserves. She was trying to give her input to Jon and trying to be a collaborative leader, but it's difficult when it's a patriarchy and when there's sexism. It would be a real adjustment for Jon to listen to her and do what she says. So she was looking to Littlefinger like, oh, you're right. Maybe that pretty picture you painted of me on the throne and you by my side isn't such a bad one. And then there's the smile as well, her walking away after killing Ramsay. That's also quite interesting. You wonder if it's just a smile because it's her first kill, because this man is out of her life, or whether she's going to get a taste for it, whether she enjoyed it, whether it's a power trip. But she's definitely a lot more powerful, and it'll be very interesting to see how she handles that coming up this season. One part of the interview I found intriguing was her talking about Littlefinger. She said, "She holds a power over him, and after she confronted him about selling her to the Boltons, he owes her big time. He knows he has to be loyal to her now, and he has to serve her well, because she holds so much over him. It would destroy his reputation if she revealed any of the stuff that she knows about him. It's tricky. She has power, but it's a question of whether people listen to her or not. You'll see more of that in this upcoming season." So are we going to get Sansa playing Littlefinger in Season 7, or using him to get more of her way? This might be opposite of what the leaks state, that Littlefinger is still playing her. Of course, they could both be playing each other. Let's be honest, Baelish is always in the game, even if he's at someone else's mercy. Lastly, this could be a trolling part, I'm not exactly sure, but Sophie told them the plan for right now is all the characters that survive through Season 8, the actors that play them will get matching tattoos, which would just be adorable. I'll end talking about her interview with a friendly reminder I give for both Maisie and Sophie every time. Sophie and Maisie are troll machines. They will hype you. they will break you. So take anything they say in their interviews with a grain of salt and lots of love. If you want to check out the interview, check my video description below. I have tons of shit in my video description below, so good luck. Moving on to Con of Thrones, the huge Game of Thrones con happening next summer. Con of Thrones has secured its first 2 guests, the actors for Shireen Baratheon and Ramsay Bolton. And I have a link in the video description below if you want to see how you can buy tickets to that convention. A lot of Game of Thrones channels are going, so it might be your chance to sit and talk with some of them. Lastly, before I go into giveaways and George R. R. Martin stalking news, if you're a fan of the Dunk and Egg stories, good news. George announced a graphic novel for The Mystery Knight is coming July 4th. The cover looks amazing and it will be 148 graphic pages. As well, a new enhanced version of A Storm of Swords is also available on iBooks. It includes new covers, interactive character maps, author annotations, character timelines, family trees, and so much more. Link is also in the video description below if you're interested. Giveaways! Winner from last news video's giveaway who answered the question, why was Frosty the Snowman smiling, is Migs, who somehow knew about those hookers. So Migs, go ahead and message me for your prize. I just need some personal information. Thanks. New giveaway, for your chance to win a $15 gift card to Amazon, all you have to do is like this video, so hit the thumbs up and answer in the comment section below. What could happen in season 7 of Game of Thrones that would just make you lose your mind? For me, it would be if young Griff appeared. I would just go absolutely crazy. So write your response in the comment section below, I'll pick the winner, and then I will announce it next news video. Also follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, or Instagram at Roris for other giveaways. I just did a Targaryen pillow. Links in the video description below. Thank you for watching, please like this video, subscribe, and no one got offended by my ending from last news video, which was really disappointing because I figured out of 20k plus people, someone was gonna get offended. I even talked about orphan tears, people, come on! Do I not shock you anymore? So since I didn't offend anyone, I'm not gonna continue on with that line, so instead, I'm going to give you Roris life wisdoms. The first one